Alright, let's get to this video. We are going to be doing some summit because I need to farm for some stuff to make some, possibly get another build video out. Don't know if I'm going to get the pieces I need, but I'm going to try it. So stick around. But first, before anything, I got to set this up really quick. Because for some reason on PS5, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't. When I try to put stuff into the thing there, it doesn't seem to want to cooperate like it should. So I manually got to do this. So we'll put that there. As soon as it hurries up. Right. Now, I promised I would make this video. What? I'm not going to show you the build on this. This is just going to be me farming the pieces. And hopefully I get the pieces I need. Alright, so what the hell's going on here? I'm going to do this. Hold on one second, guys. It's doing that shit again to me. Precisely what I was talking about. I put tags in there and it did it again to me. Okay. Hold on, did that do that right? Whoops. Let's just do this real quick. Gotta fix this. It's really annoying. It did something it was not supposed to do. I don't know why it's doing that, but I gotta fix it really quick. It's slowing me down here. There you go. There you go. That's better. And come on. There we go. Just adding quick. Okay, and then we put this. Oops. There we go. There we go. Alright, we're good to go, I believe, now. Alright. And I am going to calm this down because I'm farming for pieces, so I want this to be as quick as I can possibly get through it. First, I gotta decide what pieces I want, so I'm gonna take a look at something real quick. think that's what I'm going to do right there. Mask, backpack, knee pads, holster, okay. That's the way I'm going to go with that. Nope. We're just going to calm that down for a minute. So I get better or quicker drops. It doesn't matter, it's probably going to be rogue agents anyways for the first one. Ooh, nice, it's not.
Server terminal detected.
Get this going. I love system corruption. It's so nice to use. And it gives you that surprise damage that you don't expect.
Hostage situation nearby.
Target with suppressive. My armor's breaking.
Assistance needed.
And you're dead, buddy. Now I'm hoping that it starts dropping stuff, but that would be really nice. Oh no, somebody's got their name as Eminem Rap God 17. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, look what I found. That's a guaranteed piece, at least. Not, it'll probably be after this floor, but there's nothing in there. There we go. Oh shit.
Now there's... They're bleeding!
And that's the end of that shit. There we go. Let's go. Now, I found it really, it's not the greatest roll on this gun, but it's not, that's not what the showcase of that was. It's the talent. I really like this talent. Hits grant a stack of 1% accuracy and stability. At 100 stacks, it consumes them to fill the magazine. It's going to take a couple magazines for that to happen, but that's not the point. The point is the gun is steady as hell and accurate. It's great. But I like being mean, so my pestilence is nasty. It's not as nasty as my tip of the spear build, but
Assault drones detected.
it's good. I like it.
Rogue striker drone detected.
Nothing seems to be dropping, which is not cool. There should have been, and there better be, because I picked up that key, so there should be, somewhere in here, there should have been a place to open. Or it's going to make me do this
Active
first.
terminal detected.
I hear him. Oh, what's this? Something that dropped. What was that? Backpack. Oh, hello. I'll check it in a minute. Oh, that's the other thing too. Just because it's what I need, it doesn't mean that it actually has the role that I want. That's the other thing that's annoying. Read this down. What else? Oh, what's this? Where is it? Alright, let's see this backpack real quick. Okay, it's got... Okay, unfortunately I'm not picking that up because I don't want that. What I need is for it to be repair skills. Hold on, I gotta go upstairs for a quick second.
On the target.
I see them.
Enemy is right here.
Rogue agent detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Rogue Striker Drone detected.
Sticky bomb activated! They killed it! You okay? Neutralize the threat! Need to move! You still come here! Damn it! Take
Immediate
cover!
medical assistance needed.
Gotta reload! Put it out!
Rogue Fixer Drone detected. Rogue Stinger Hive.
Agent!
And you're not hearing a goddamn word I'm saying because I was muted. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to start from the top now. So I don't know how many people got this mask. But I got this mask during, I think, the holiday event it was. Like they let it run for a little while. Upgrading fast? You mean like leveling fast? I mean, definitely with other people would help. But it's quite a bit of a grind. It's fun. I unfortunately I grinded most of my stuff solo from level 0 to now. I could have probably leveled with people, but I just yeah. You're so the best bet for you is to just try to find people to play with because that will definitely because you get more experience when it's a bit like when there's more people in a group and you're doing a mission, it's definitely more experience when it's on a high level. Like if you put it on hard, because I know at the beginning I don't think they let you put it on heroic for a while. You've got to like wait. So definitely running with somebody is going to help. You'll get lots of XP and level up. I don't think there is a really surefire way of leveling quick. Did you buy the Warlords of New York expansion by any chance? Yeah, just like Division 1. It's a grind. You know what? I don't want to say this to sound like I'm like amazing, and I'm not. But I did try Operation Dark Hours by myself, and I know you can't do it by yourself because you have to kill um, Boomer, right? And you need people to do. You need a group. But no, I just wanted to try the airport section, the very first section, and I actually managed to kill everything by myself and get to Boomer by myself. And then, of course, I got killed. But I just wanted to see if I could go against the airport and see if I could just like clear that part by myself. And I was able to do it. It was a pain in the ass, but I was able to do it. But I mean, you got to have a group for Boomer, right? Because somebody's got to kite him around the room, and then somebody's got to do the computers. Somebody's got to do the turret, and then you have to have your DPS focus his backpack. You know, I remember starting. Well, you if you play the Division 1, then you realize what it's like. But there's a little. Let me show you something. You probably know this from the first division, but maybe it's a little different. So if you go through your little tabs here, you see projects and all that stuff, and if you go to matchmake, um, you could even do random missions. How is that possible though? I don't know how they would do it because you need to have somebody on the turret, and you need to have uh, somebody doing those computers. So unless they were like doing some funky shit, so to speak. Yeah, so anyways, your matchmake, whatever you want to do. Obviously, I wouldn't try that at your level, or that. I don't even think, I don't even know, like, the summit's probably not going to help you. I would probably do random main missions, or open world exploration with people. The more people that are in the more people that you have with you, like, I think it's the normal group is up to 4. The more people that are with you, the more enemies will spawn, the more XP you'll get. Like, I'm not sure if it's going to give you the XP because I think they've figured that out. But I was going to say, if you joined somebody that was on a really high difficulty, I don't know if it would actually let you because I think they've figured that out. They don't want you to power level people, you know what I mean? If you did buy the Warlords of New York though, hold on a second. I'm going to go back to DC and show you. Give me 1 second here. Just give me 1 second. I got to deal with something.
Entering safe area.
Okay, so there is a way to get. Oh, okay, maybe. Okay, so if you bought the New York expansion, there is a little thing you can do when you're brand new. If you can get to here, to the White House. If you come out here to this helicopter, and you speak to this pilot, he's going to ask you a question. And if you say yes, it's going to power level you right to 30. And then all you have to do is level up from 30 to 40. There's that option too. Because if I was to jump on a different character right now, I'd have to get there first, but I could show you. It automatically level. You go to New York, you do the New York section, but it puts you right at level 30 to start out. Or you grind it out. That's the quickest way I can think of for you to get leveled up, is to go to that helicopter, go to New York if you have the expansion, and yeah, it'll put you at level 30. Other than that, it's going to be a grind. That's exactly what happens. Is first you have to get your agent to here, right? I'm sure you've done that at least. I think you should have at least got to the White House. And then you just go outside this gate to the friggin' helicopter and say, yeah, I want to go to New York. And then boom, you get like a little cutscene, and when you get there, you're level 30.
What you want, agent?
That's exactly what my advice is to anybody that asks me, what's the quickest way to get leveled up? I'm like, Warlords of New York. Because you can start a brand 30. And then from 30 to 40, it's pretty simple. It takes maybe an hour or two. And so it's pretty straightforward. Legendary, so that's well above most levels. I kind of wish they had a legendary, like this world here, like the free roam world. I wish it was legendary too, but unfortunately, it only goes up to heroic. Listen to me. It only goes up to heroic, like it's no big deal. That's pretty sad to say that, actually. It only goes up to heroic. There should be something past legendary. There should be like super legendary or something. Or like, oh my god, you're gonna die mode or something. But the rewards should be like insane. You want an ego bearer? No problem. You gotta survive this mission on friggin' crazy mode or some shit that's past legendary. Like I have the obviously I have the expansion, right? Here's New York. Let's go to New York. I don't need to level up. I'm already leveled up. I also get people asking me if it's worth getting the expansion, and I'm like, of course. There's new content coming to this game in like maybe 3 months. If the
Safe
calculations are
area
right.
detected.
What's the date today? The 17th? So actually, just under 3 months. $11 weeks to be exact. Let me see if that coincides with what is going on in the game right now. Ends in 15 weeks. I think Buddy's wrong. I think he's wrong. I think he's going to be wrong. Yeah, no. I didn't look at this. I did this calculation before they even dropped the season. It looks like it's wrong slightly. So the season is going to stop in 15 weeks, 4 days. Actually, no, I haven't done them, and I should. Pain in the ass, though. I definitely want to have people with me when I do that shit. I could try it by myself, but hunters are a pain in the ass because they constantly disrupt you, and they have skills that are insanely different than rogue agents. Like when they hit you with their skills, you thought rogue agents hit hard. No, screw that. That's nothing compared to that. So if this season ends in 15 weeks, 4 days, and 14 hours, that means that after this ends, it's going to be another week because they usually take a break in between seasons. So we're looking at almost 17 weeks. And that's not guaranteed. I know somebody very popular recently just mentioned this, but looking at the season right now, he's already wrong. Because I didn't see I didn't look at this part. I didn't look at the seasons when it ends. I just assumed by hearing this that that might be the case. I should have actually looked at when the season started, when it ended. So now I'm seeing it. It's 15 weeks. So that puts us into what, June? Almost? Yeah. Almost close. And that's me adding another week to this. Right? Because they, like I said, during the seasons when it ends, it's a week in between before they start another one. So what are we at? We're at season 8, right? So season 9 will probably be the start of the new content. And I'm assuming it's going to be a brand new season with brand new things to do. Probably, yeah. And maybe, possibly brand new targets to kill. Because I have a feeling they're going to bring out some new targets. And I think it's going to be a target we didn't expect. I think somebody's going to turn rogue. Somebody very, 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 very popular besides Fei Lao. I think there's one more. Now, you probably know, you've probably seen the storyline with Kelso, right? I don't know, for some reason I can't be right, I can't be sure about this, but Kelso seems like she might flip. She's that person that you would never expect it because she's so nice, right? You'd never see it coming.
Civilians in distress.
Just take that as a grain of salt because I don't know for sure. Although that would make sense. Or, you know what? You know who else might go rogue? That Rhodes guy. He's the one that controls the Haven. Yeah, I know, and I used to like that. That was kind of nice. They were a pain in the ass to kill, though. That was the only problem. Now I've noticed in the first division, and this is really stupid because it's a really minor detail, but in the division, the first one, a lot of the tires were on. They weren't popped. You could actually shoot
Civilians
them
in
out.
danger.
You can do that in this one too. I think Kelso's gonna turn. I really do. I think season 9 is gonna be the introduction of that. And everybody's gonna be like, what the? That's the last person I thought was gonna go rogue. Or it could even be the other girl. What's her name? Oh my god. Oh, you know what? I'll show you where it is. Oh, I'm not in that spot. Never mind. Actually, I can still go back. Let me show you. I'm trying to remember what her name is. I can't remember. I forgot it already. She's the leader of the theater. She's the leader of the theater spot. What the hell's her name? She's got like an artificial leg or something. The hell's her name? I think she might even turn. Yeah,
Agent, we still
but
haven't located the mobile shade server at Kinley College. It has to be there. We should investigate the site again. Check
I
in with Torres
think,
when you're free.
that's like I said,
Safe area
it's
entered.
always, if you think about this, it's always the least, like the person you least expect to turn. Like me, for example, right? Like I'm talking about, like not. I've had people say to me, like in real life, they've said, like you're so nice, blah blah blah, and it wouldn't surprise me if you like just went, you know, that silent type, right? Nice, calm, and then boom, where'd that come from? Same idea. You don't see it coming. And what would the perfect way to hit the division be? To have a person that you least expect to turn. That would definitely throw things into chaos.
Hey,
Imagine if she just walked into like this settlement right here, the White House, planted a bunch of bombs and then went rogue and blew it up. Like, could you imagine? Nobody saw that coming. I'm talking about the game, by the way, just in case the fucking uh, government is listening to me through the fucking speakers. I'm not talking about real life. Let's just get that clear.
Incoming backup request.
Because our settlement in the game is the White House. I said it again. You can't even have privacy in your games anymore. As soon as you say certain words, they're like, oh, we gotta listen to that guy. We gotta listen in. What's he saying? What's he saying? Oh, where's he live? He's Canadian? Okay. What's his address? So we can cruise missile his ass. Meanwhile, he's not even talking about your shit. He's talking about a game. Boom. Yeah, I forgot. You gotta be careful what you say in the game. Even though I'm talking about this game, certain words I remember now that certain words trigger things sometimes. Call it as you will, their algorithm kicks in when you say certain words. As long as they know I was talking about the game. Speaking of builds, here's a build that's going to be nasty soon. Oh, they're all friendlies. Wait, did they take that? No, we still have it, okay. Enemies back to here. Yeah, you know what? Here's
We need
another
you to
thing
secure a
too.
skyscraper.
There is a mission
This
in
may
this
take a
game
while.
that
Hope
really
you cleared
makes
your
you think
schedule.
about this. This is what I like about Tom Clancy's stuff, is it really makes you think. This could, really happen. But there's a mission in this game. And when you do it, it really makes you think about who really is the good guy. Are we the bad guys? Working for the bad? Sorry, are we working for the bad guys? That's the question. They make us think, oh, we're the good guys, but really, if you listen to the whole, like, you do the mission and you listen to the story, the way it's unfolding in that mission, and it makes you wonder, maybe you are on the wrong side. Maybe that's going to be the twist when the new content drops. It could be anything, or it could just be a game mode and that's it. I have a feeling they're going to throw a little bit of story element in there. I love builds. This game's got so many of them. I've made so many different builds. But recently, I've come into this template, which I didn't show you. Not so much this. You can do this if you want, but I love this backpack. But it's when I build a build, I always put repair skills on every piece of gear, and then I start putting incoming repairs on my mod slots usually. And then I use nothing but healing skills, so that when I fight, the chances of me surviving are pretty high. And I've used it on Tip of the Spear, I've used it on System Corruption, I've used it on the Striker. Like, there's nothing, I don't think there's a build I have, well, there is actually. I haven't put this template to work yet. I've only done a couple with this template, and so far, pretty good. I even put this template on a DPS build, and it works. Well, I mean, look at this build. I'm running right now. I can survive. I just got to put one more mod on there. I didn't put it on yet because I took it to put it on something else. But just this build alone, I can make my pestilence tick for, like, I think 1,000,000. But yet I can still survive on legendary with this, no problem. I should not be able to live on legendary like that, but I can because of my repair skills and my incoming repairs. It keeps me alive. It heals me really good, and I'm not even a skill tier. Oh, sorry, I have one skill tier. That's why I'm using technician. I'm using technician to get one skill tier because that one skill tier makes your all the repair skills and stuff you have a little bit stronger. But I've applied this template to 3 builds now, and it's great. And the 3 builds that I used it on are, yeah, great. I even have it on another one. Where is it? That's not it's like a straight yellow build with the memento backpack, and it's insane how much healing I get off that one. And I don't mean like skill build. I mean like as in gold. Sorry, gold pieces, not skill tiers. And it's amazing how nasty it gets. And I can still put out I could still put it enough DPS to kill somebody easily without sacrificing everything else to go all DPS. One of the things that drives me nuts when I see it in the Dark Zone is the shield builds. It's like everybody's using the same shit, right? I'm not everybody else, as you can see. This gear set that I'm using right now is a PvE gear set, but when this new content drops, it's going to become a PvP gear set as well. That's why I'm building it up now. I'm getting ready for war. I'm not waiting around. That's why I'm sitting here like perfecting this gear set until the time comes. And then when I unleash it, it's gonna be fucking hell. Yeah, no, I like to play around with things because I find that when you do that, you can find new ways to make things even stronger or better. I mean, I have a build that I could use all the time, but I know that there's things out there if I played around with it that I could perfect even better than what I'm wearing. And it's not for everybody. Some people just like the same build. I mean, uh, that's not for everybody. But there is people out there. What I was going to get to the thing here was there is a lot of people out there that are running the striker shield, sorry, which is the firewall shield, basically. If you didn't know, you probably do though. And the problem with that is they're using the shield and they're using the meta builds, right? The ones that give them a lot of damage. So, Intimidated Adrenaline Rush, and Vigilance and Unbreakable, and there's spotter builds as well. Spotter ones don't bother me as much as the stupid meta ones do. Mainly because it still seems to give them a lot of damage no matter what. Now, the way it's supposed to work is they're supposed to be within 10 meters of you to get that kind of a damage. But I've seen people with not so great builds, but they're running that meta, and they're still like, you'll be like 20 meters away from them, and they'll still be hitting you really hard. And so you inspect them, and you're like, okay, so what's he running that he's hitting that hard? And you're looking, and you're like, it's not really that great. I mean, he's running the two meta pieces, but that shouldn't be doing that much damage from here, right? Because you got to be Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush requires you to be within 10 meters of somebody to get the 35% damage. And actually, in PvP, I believe they bumped it down to 25%, not 35. So, yeah. It's almost like they figured out how to get that damage without being within 10, because, I don't know. It's almost like there's a way to get the damage no matter what. Like to get that buff to proc when it shouldn't. Or something else is going on entirely, I don't know. But I've seen some really shitty builds in the Dark Zone, and they're hitting like dump trucks. And I don't know if that has anything to do with normalization. Maybe that has something to do with it, and it just wants to make everybody the same or similar. But there's probably a good chance that that's what it is. So if you want to really see, if you really want to see how a build is when you want to go into the Dark Zone, then you want to go into the invaded Dark Zone, because in the invaded Dark Zone, normalization is turned off, which means these little noobs that run around with their little bullshit builds, they don't work in there. Well, they do work in there, but not as good as they would in a normalization Dark Zone. I've already put that to the test. Because I saw somebody that was in the, or I saw somebody that was in the regular Dark Zone running around with a shield build and intimidate and Adrenaline Rush. And then I saw the same guy the same day go into the invaded and try the same shit, and it wasn't working out. He was getting fucking destroyed. And you know how you destroy those fuckers? Well, the first things first is you want to run Technician, because Technician will fucking wreck their shield, because it gives you a 12% bonus damage against their shield. So automatically, right out of the gate, just for running Technician, you're automatically, when he pulls that shield out, getting 12% damage against it. If you start doing the numbers and you have damage already, it's not hard to see what's going to happen. Now, the minute his shield breaks, here's the next part. The minute his shield breaks, he then gets staggered, which he can't fight for 2 seconds. So again, I don't know, I find shields to be liabilities. I mean, you might kill a couple of people because you catch them off guard because they're not expecting you to be a douche and go rogue. But well, I mean, what I mean by that is I'll be standing here like this, and then they'll be like, or I'll be running like this way, and then there'll be somebody right behind me, and he goes rogue and shoots me in the back. So what I've learned to do in the dark zone now is when I'm running along and somebody's following me, I actually do this so that I can keep an eye on that fucker. Because if he goes rogue, I'm killing his ass. Don't just run around in the dark zone, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be in the dark zone, always make sure you're checking your back. Because I'm telling you right now, just like the Division 1, people are going to shoot you in the back. They're going to go rogue because they think it's going to be an easy kill. Now, when they encounter my one build, it doesn't work out too good for them because it's like super tank. I just kind of laugh at them when they try to hit me. You just got to watch out for that shit. That's one of probably the top thing I would say watch out for is always like make it a habit. Even if you're just running down the street, just make it a habit of every couple seconds, just take a look behind you. Because there's a good chance that at one point you're going to turn around and somebody's going to be there. And he's probably going to go rogue as you're turning around to look at him. And you probably, secondly, the other thing you're probably noticing too in the dark zone is people don't know how to use a gun. AKA, they all use Lady Deaths. They think the Lady Death is the greatest thing that ever existed. And I'm gonna say it's a piece of shit. You want to know something? I'm gonna go further than that, and I'm gonna say I did this on a live stream. I had a Lady Death in my I had a God rolled Lady Death that was in my stash, and I pulled it out and I said, you know what I think of the Lady Death? And I deconstructed it right in front of everybody. I was like, it's a piece of shit. I have many other guns that are way better than that gun. Just the fact that you have to move around to get stacks to get damage, I think right there is a liability. What happens if you can't move? What happens if you can't move very fast? What happens if you get trapped in a corner like this, and you can sort of move a little bit, but not really much? You're fucked. Or if somebody rushes you too quick, you're fucked. Like, that's what I mean. You want to have a gun that's consistent. That's what I'm saying. Kenley College? Yeah, I agree. It should be something, maybe a conflict map or something, or something, or a DZ. I mean, you're probably going to hate me for saying this, but I honestly, I'll show you something. This is what I wish they would do. And my wish might be coming true, I don't know. Maybe that's what the new fucking mode is. But I'm going to show you something. I was just going to tell you something. I'm going to show you and tell you. Come on, hurry up. So imagine this, guys. Imagine this. Let me just pull the whole map up. Imagine if this whole map was the dark zone. Imagine. There was no safe. There was just the White House and your little safe houses. That was the only place you could be safe. The minute you come out of these safe houses, you're no longer safe. You're automatically flagged up. Now, that could be a game mode where you flip it and the whole map becomes the dark zone. Which means Not everybody has to participate, right? They can just play this and not use the new game mode, or they can go in the game mode and this whole map turns into the dark zone. There is no more 3 dark zones, it's just 1 dark zone, and normalization is turned off, which is this one right here. That's where normalization is turned off at the moment, which means if you're not running a good build, you will get destroyed. I'm on PS5. PlayStation, I guess you would say. Doesn't matter. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, you can still play the same on the same one. But I would love them to turn this whole map into the dark zone. That new game mode that they're not telling anybody about. I wonder if that's what they're gonna do. I mean, it would be cool, and it wouldn't surprise me either. It would definitely make things interesting. Imagine doing a mission. Like, imagine starting a main mission, and all of a sudden, people come into your mission and start fucking you up. Like, no, so now you're fighting NPCs and people. I think that would make this game very interesting if you had a mode like that, where you could just flip it to the whole map, the dark zone, and you're trying to do missions and fight your way through missions, not only against NPCs, but players could come into your mission and fuck you up too, like I said. That'd be crazy. Or you're doing a control point, and then all of a sudden, like humans come and turn. They're already rogue, because everybody would be red. And by doing that, it would make things a lot better, because if everybody was already flagged up, then there's no surprise, right? Nobody gets to shoot you in the back. Well, they could, but I mean, at least you're going to expect it now. It's not going to be unexpected. You should always expect it anyways when you're in the dark zone, getting shot in the back. It's just the nature of the place. Not everybody fights, honorably. Some people are fucking bitches and they shoot you in the back, as I call them, cowards. Because you know what happens is usually when I come back out after they shot me in the back, I end up destroying them when it's head on. So that's why they do it, because they want to get the quick kill. But I like that. And you know what? And this is what I'm saying. Even this, like, I mean the whole map. I mean the whole map, not just this. I mean the whole map. That would include Kenley College, the zoo, Coney Island, Camp White Oak, New York. There would be no fucking safe haven once you turn the switch on. Even there. Even going to DARPA research labs, you'd have to be careful. Even your raids would be, scary. Because you would, you know what I mean? Could you imagine you're doing a raid and you're about to kill the last boss, and all of a sudden human rogue agents come in and start fucking attacking you, and you're trying to fight that big boss, or you're trying to fight Boomer, and all of a sudden rogue agents come in and start fucking you up. That would make the game interesting, that's for sure. That would definitely, I think that would bring a lot of people back. I really do. That would be, because I know I'm not the only one out there that wishes this whole map was the dark zone. And I don't mean like permanently. I mean like it would be a game mode. You would just flip over to that game mode and then spawn into the White House. But this time it would be different. Because you see those little safe havens you have there, like the Constitution Hall and those places, the little safe places. This is your only safe place. The settlements that you see, and the White House would be the only safe places. All those little safe houses you see over there, they would no longer be safe. They'd be overrun. So you'd have to be very careful on your outings. You'd have to make sure that you're maybe not alone. Or if you are alone, you just got to watch your back. But that would make it interesting, because, groups of 4, you know. I mean, how many people could be in the dark zone? That's the next question you'd have to figure out. I would say 32 people could do this. You'd have to be careful. You could probably make it more. I mean, but I'm thinking of PS4 players. I'm on PS5, but I'm thinking of PS4 players when I say 32 players because there is a limit on what's going on the screen for systems. And I think that would push the PS4 to the brink of laggy. Whereas if you were on PS5, you could get away with like 64 or even 128 people. Could you imagine a dark zone of 128 people in it? Like imagine though, this whole map is the dark zone though. 128 people. PS5 version. 32 to 64 for the PS4. Because you know it's going to be half, if not a quarter. That's my idea anyways. I think that would be awesome. Gotta get back here though. Gotta get those pieces. I don't know, like I don't know what this new game mode is they're talking about because they're not really telling you what it is. They're not even giving you a hint of what it is. So who knows? Maybe what I'm just saying right now, maybe something similar or to that effect is going to happen. It would definitely be a welcome. I would love it. You'd see me playing that all the time. I'm all for that. I'd be living in that mode. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the summit. I gotta be careful because I could get killed by rogue agents, and not the computer ones. I mean humans. You're doing floor 100, and all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, somebody comes up in that elevator. You hear you hear the elevator door going ding, and you're like, uh-oh, that's not an NPC coming in. I'm gonna turn this back down for a second and see if I can get some more. I got 2 pieces that I need. I just want to get through this quicker. I can do it on legendary, but I don't want to be taking forever. Yeah, no. Here's a good example. So I'm on PS5 and I play other games too. This is not the only game I play. So when somebody subscribes to my channel, I usually tell them right up. I usually tell them straight up that don't be surprised if you see me playing NHL 22, for example, or if you see me playing Diablo. There's a good bunch of games I play, but I always come back to this one. It's not like I abandon this game. It's just I sometimes like to take a break, and it's usually quite often because I could play this game for quite a few hours, but there is, I need a break. But that would be definitely a surprise if they did that because you never know who's watching your videos. To say that, when I stream, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Yannick could be watching this video. I don't know. I can't see who's watching my video. I'm not saying he would. I'm just saying, like, when you're saying ideas and stuff, you never know. Somebody that works there could be watching your stream, and then next thing you know, boom, like there's an idea. By the way, I love this build.
Terminal and hostile.
Oh, he's bleeding for quite a bit. chase me into here. The hunter's on. Oh, you mean on this? Yeah. They're not easy to get by. You just gotta so the thing you need to do with the hunters on this. Just let me go back down to the lobby for a minute. I've beaten this like so many times now. I've got the Ridgeway's Pride like at least a dozen times. But so with these guys at the end, because if you're by yourself, there's only going to be I think there's only 2 hunters. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 3. But you need to make sure when they come into the room, if they don't both rush you at the same time, you need to make sure that you can riot foam them in place, and you got to make sure you have DPS, because you need to really nail these guys, because they're going to leave. The minute you start putting damage on them, they're going to try to get away. So you need to have something in place that they can't move. Shock turret, or not shock turret, the shock trap. Something that makes them like disabled for a second, and then I would riot foam them too. That's what we do when we kill them. We just make sure when they run into the room, I usually throw like a shock trap down, so when they run through the room, they instantly get stopped in their place, and then somebody riot foams them. But we don't riot foam them right away. We almost wait until the shock's gone and then riot foam them. And then just nail them with your DPS. Because they can heal. Yeah. I used to have. Yeah, I used to have an Xbox. It was a while ago though. But it's not because I was Xbox, all the time. I wanted to see the difference. Like I wanted to see what was different. And they have their games. Xbox has their games that are different and pretty good. But I've always been PlayStation, right? And I like the community of PlayStation. And there's other things too that I like better, but so I tried Xbox. I had an Xbox One. I had an Xbox 360. And I don't know. I just like the library on like the PlayStation better. They have better titles. I don't know. It's more. I mean, it might be different now because they've acquired a lot of things now. Like they just bought. Who did they just buy? Was it Activision that Microsoft just bought? And then Sony bought Bungie, which was a big. Oh yeah, for sure. I love PlayStation. That's what I'm on now. I'm on a PS5. Like I said, I wanted to try the Xbox to see what was like the difference, like the community difference. And one thing that I didn't like about Xbox, and maybe it was just because of the games I was playing, I don't know, but there was too many kids, and I was looking for people like more like my age that I could play with. You know what I mean? So there's no, how do you say it? Immatureness. And that's what I liked about PlayStation, especially PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5, I find there's like, I have kids. I'm not against kids, if that's what you're thinking. I have two. It's not that. It's when I want to have a conversation. I find that when I was on Xbox, it was hard to have a conversation with, a 12-year-old that's super immature, so to speak. And it just feels weird. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. But when I first started, I've always had a PlayStation. I started on the original PlayStation. I'm sure there's people in I'm sure there's people that are in, that have subscribed to my channel that probably don't know what an Atari is. Qbert was my favorite. Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. So the thing is I would be playing a game, on Xbox, and I'd get kids that were like on the opposite team, and they could hear you, and they'd be like calling me, like bitch and all that shit. And I'm like, dude, how old are you? Right? Oh yeah, Galaga. Galaga was my favorite. But yeah, I'd have kids like saying, "Oh, I just killed you. What are you gonna do now, bitch?" And I'm like, "What? How old are you, kid? Or do your parents know you're like, are you supposed to be in school or something? Isn't it like it'd be like a Monday, and I'd be like looking at my watch, going like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Don't you have school?" Yeah, no, I mean, I, yeah, I got mine for Christmas too. Um, and of course, my friend got the other one, right? The 20,
Rogue agent detected.
and I can't remember if it was the 4400 or the 4800, but my friend had one of those, so it was a bit better. The graphics were a bit, not by much, but they were a bit better. But I used to love Qbert, Galaga, Pitfall. Who remembers that? Don't tell me you didn't like that game, the original one. Pac-Man. There was another one that I used to like to play too. Um, Asteroids? You see what I'm going to use on those guys. Actually, yeah, I'm going to show you this one. This is my build that I normally use for farming. Where is it? Um, you need to get this mask. Well, actually, I don't think you can get this mask anymore, but um, you know what game used to piss me off though? Was Frogger. I used to get mad at that game because you get all the way across almost, and then you'd think you were timing it right, and all of a sudden this truck would just like, you're dead. Gotta start all over again. Pitfall was pretty fun though. I like that one. And then they tried to revamp it many, many years ago. Or sorry, later after that. I think Atari did make a comeback, or they tried to make a comeback many, many years ago. They brought out the Jaguar. The Jaguar was cool. Aliens versus Predator, I think it was called. That was an amazing game on the Jaguar. I actually had one of those. I actually owned a Jaguar, like not the car, but the actual system that they had. And I think not long ago they brought out revamped oldies Atari. I don't know if I think they did. I don't know if they were able to actually do it. Sure they did though. It had all the old wood look to it. I don't think it was plastic, but it was like it had the wood look to it. But yeah, that was pretty much what turned me off of Xbox was the was that shit. Yeah, no, you're not old. I remember that too because I used to play Bonk's Adventure. I used to fucking be addicted to that game. I'm not even lying. Bonk's Adventure. I wish I could. I wish I could stream that shit. That'd be so funny to like hook up a TurboGrafx 16. Except, yeah, I wish you could like. The problem is my TV that I have right now. I di- I'm actually I'm 100% sure I couldn't do it because they don't have that thing on the back of them anymore. Remember the screw-in the screw-in port there for your to hook it up? Yeah. But I don't the new TVs like mine's 2021, this TV that I have right now because I waited like I ordered it in 2020 when the pandemic started. I didn't realize it was going to take this long, but I just got it in October of 2021. The antenna port, yes. You used to be able to plug into that, but they don't have that in my TV. I don't know when they stopped doing it. I think it was many years ago, but I did. My TV upstairs could do it because I got it in 2007, the one upstairs. It's a 42-inch LG. It still runs great for, being old. Uh, but it has that. It has that port that you can screw into. Because I have a regular NES, and I have the zapper gun with it. And I play Duck Hunt sometimes upstairs. I can't do it on this one because I can't screw into the TV because they don't have that port on this one. But I play Super Mario on the other one because the TV that I'm on right now is a 65-inch Samsung, um, 4K, obviously, but it doesn't have the port to screw into. So, because I wanted to try to see what how big Mario would be on the TV, and I was like, oh, I can't screw into it. Oh no, I forgot to switch my skill.
Rogue artillery turret detected.
And the skill, hopefully
Rogue
I don't
restorer
die doing
hive
this.
detected.
Oh, I can hear him coming.
Backup request.
Reloading! Cover me! Got you six!
Rogue restorer hive detected. Rogue artillery turret detected.
I'm impressed. They fired me. How many kills you got left? Reloading.
Oh, and nobody could hear me because, again, I was muted. Alright. I love when I do that. So that means the last, oh, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes I've been talking to myself. I do that a lot. Actually, I forget because because my microphone, when I put my microphone straight up, it automatically mutes it. And I do that sometimes when I'm playing other games if something in the background's going on where I am and I don't really want people hearing that. I stick my microphone straight up and it mutes it. To a degree, because I found this out. I found this out because I thought it was muted. I put it straight up and it was, but you could still slightly hear me. It's like it didn't totally mute it. And I something was going on outside that shouldn't have been going on outside, and I swore because I thought my microphone was muted. And then I later went through my stream and I was like, oh, I thought, what? You can't really hear it, well, like 100%, but you can still hear a bit of it. If you really listen, you can hear. And I was like, okay, so it doesn't totally mute your microphone. So if you're gonna mute your microphone, use the controller's mute function on PS5. Otherwise, you risk people hearing you anyways. Alright, so far I have got these two pieces. And I want to try... Nice. Now the one good thing about the coyote mask is if you're ever playing with somebody now that you've got it, if you're ever playing with somebody that doesn't have it, and you just go, I don't know if they have that option. Yeah, right there. You just target that, and yeah, you'll have a good chance of it dropping again. Now, if you want to get perfectly unbreakable, if you're after that piece, if you have the tardigrade, if you put that on, and you come here and you target chess pieces, I guarantee you it's going to drop for you. And the reason why is because because the tardigrade is based off of Unbreakable, the game thinks you're already wearing Perfectly Unbreakable, but you're not. I mean, it's a form of it. It's a little bit different. There is some differences, but the game thinks that you're wearing Perfectly Unbreakable, so it'll drop it. Because when I needed it before, I just put that on, and like I think I did maybe 2 floors, and it dropped twice for me. That or I was just super lucky, but it does increase your chances of it dropping when you're wearing the tardigrade. So anyways, I got the chest piece, the gloves, I need the knee pads and holster for this set. So I can get that, start working on that build.
Stop them shooting!
Oh, hey, look at this guy. Where is he? Where'd he go? Wait, come here. Come here. Come here. Stop running from me. What these guys don't realize is every time I pick one of those trophies up, I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Oh, no, you don't. Oh. Oh, I saw that shit coming. I saw that. Little suicide bomber trying to get me there. Nice try. I'm not getting cheesed by you. Let's get out of here. No, actually, you know what I do in the dark zone? In the dark zone, I turn my I turn my thing to allied chat only, so I don't have to hear them. Yeah, he's not gonna live. He's dead. Oh, did you fall in my trap? My bad. I'm still staying here and wait.
Accessed.
I don't need grenades in there. I use them all.
I'm on it. Damn, these fakes are crazy.
So that guy's gonna try to put a thing down. Yep, he's trying. What's the matter, buddy? Giving a hard time breathing? No, I'm not going to be your victim.
Never take control again.
No! Get away from me. I'm not giving you that. Come here.
Change it. Why do you hate me?
Wakey wakey. Alright. Where'd you go?
Too many hits.
I'm being a dick, don't worry. Long range shot? No? Yeah? I think he's scared. Oh, sorry. Headshot. As soon as he stood up. Pistol shot to the head. Night night. And see, the thing I like about that, using that hive, is it also heals my drone. Which is kind of nice. Now, the thing with the Dark Zone right now, I don't know what they're going to do about that when this stuff comes out. But just looking at the season, 15 weeks and 4 days. Plus you have to add a week, because there's a week, they usually take a break, right? Oh, okay. They usually take a break in between the seasons. So I'm thinking, like, this content is probably not going to drop until June, actually. It just makes more sense for it to be either June or July. I would say June. Do I like playing with the shield? No, not really. I find it to be a liability, to be honest. And the reason why I think it's a liability, well, I know it is because when it breaks, you get staggered for about 2 seconds, where you can't fight back. And yeah, people really do take advantage of that. And I would too. And I do when I break shields. You can't fight back, then guess what? That gives me all the time in the world to destroy you.
Shade tech detected.
I'll just wait it out until he dies. Or I'll just kite him around this way. There we go.
Rogue incinerator turret detected.
Hello.
Rogue assault turret detected.
Whoa, what the fuck? Did he just take his fucking hammer out on me? I did not know this guy turned into friggin' Jason Voorhees. Damn. I did not see that one coming. He was like, oh, this big guy, he's got this flamethrower. He's, no big deal. And then all of a sudden he pulls a hammer out and damn near takes my head off. I've never seen that before. Because he's usually dead before that happens. This guy's just fucking annoying. But I'm gonna let him die.
I'm gonna make you bleed!
Big. And then let him bleed to death like that.
Rogue sniper turret
Oh,
detected.
here we go. I can pick up more. Hold on.
Rogue incinerator turret detected. Rogue assault turret detected.
Oh, I wasn't even using my drone. Ugh. Another backpack. Now here's something that I'm really confused about. So he'd jump over this, and you're thinking, oh, cool, there's a lock on the door. And then you go, wait a minute. What? What was the point of that? Like, confused. Cool. Sorry, that was annoying. Ugh. Hold on a second. You're invited. Birthday. That's gonna be interesting with this shit we have going on right now. Everybody thinks that COVID's done. Sorry, but it's not gonna be done. We'll be lucky if it's done by 2024. I think we have another couple more years of this crap. You wanna know something that's really gonna open your eyes though, and it really opened mine. If you ever watched the movie I Am Legend, when their little pandemic started, the year it came out in like 2007 or 8 or something like that. The movie, something like that. The year was 2020, if you can believe that, when their pandemic started. And it's funny because that's when ours started, like 13 years later.
Good to see you.
Isn't that weird? I mean, obviously it wasn't because of COVID-19, but
Of backup.
which reminds me, they should be updating that soon to COVID-22, right? I mean, that's just a guess, right? They got to upgrade it soon. Can't keep calling it 19. It's not 19 anymore. And wait a minute. That makes me wonder when they call it COVID-19. Did it actually start in 2019 and they didn't tell us? Because I mean, it did start in 2020 technically that we knew of. So, shouldn't it have been called COVID-20? Or just that didn't sound right, I guess. Who thinks of these numbers anyways? I just wonder. That doesn't sound right. Oh, you know what? That sounds really catchy. Let's use that one. We should, yeah, definitely use that one. That's really catchy. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, now what did I do? I think I might have ran into the thing. Yeah, I did. It reset on me. So I'm going to show you something real quick. So this build here, when I use that backpack, my armor regeneration without using the backpack is 73,916, which is pretty decent. But when I get that backpack fully stacked, I'm actually sitting at 133,000 armor regeneration. And I can get it up to 145,000. There was a video out there, I think it was about maybe a couple of months ago. This guy claimed to be able to get 645,000 armor regen per second. And I just want to tell you this right now, it's clickbait. Because there's no way in fucking hell you can get 645,000 armor regeneration per second. I've done it. Like, I've done the maximum there is to do. There is nothing else that can make it go that high. So I watched it because, I was like 645. I knew it was bullshit, but I watched it anyways. And I was like, what the? Like, I would never do that. I would never lie to people like that. Not like that. Like, that's crazy. You can never get that high. People would know that anyways.
Even when it seems like you aren't doing anything.
You would think they would know it, sorry. Focus like that on your title, then you're gonna get people coming in and clicking and going, oh my god, like, at least in this video I was in the summit. I have been in the summit quite a bit. So I'm just back here now because I'm probably gonna get some lunch. But But like I did, here's something that I've learned too. So if you're streaming games, because I'm going to say this, that after you watch after this is over, I can guarantee you I don't have an end screen element in this right now, but there will be when I can. No, it'll never go away. It's just gonna be like it's gonna be like the common cold. It'll get less severe as long as you get your shots. It'll stay less severe. It'll probably just become like a common cold eventually. That's what the original one did. The original SARS. They called it SARS though. They didn't call it COVID. They called it SARS. And that was in 2003. And that's what happened to that one. We caught that one right away and we squashed it, but it still did kill people, but not like this one. This one's way more advanced. It's amazing. If you think about it, though, it's amazing how quickly these viruses can spread from one country to everywhere else because people travel. And it just spreads like wildfire. By the time you realize what's going on, it's too late. Now this here, if you watch the story in the first division of how this one started, this one's a little more advanced and quite a bit more lethal than COVID-19. But um, they put the stuff on money and they distributed the money into the population on Black Friday of all days because it's the busiest time of the year besides Christmas. Um, and yeah, it spread like super fast. Now, just watching this story from the very first one to now, that's kind of scary because you kind of wonder like that could happen easily. But that could also give somebody an idea to do something like that. So that's another negative there. Some people, when they play or they watch things, if you give them the power of suggestion, even though maybe you're not meaning to, like how this started, for example, tainting money and then releasing it into the public. Thankfully, nowadays, most people don't, but there is a lot of people like myself that still like to use money. But if you suggest that to somebody, that like, if somebody was to play the very first division game, there's people out there that take this to, they just take it seriously and they go, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe they can't manufacture the way they did it this way, but it still gives the idea of this is how this could have started. And then you get people that know what they're doing, and they're like, oh, I could do something not like this, but like somebody could
Nice to
just
see
do
you,
that
kid.
shit. Like there's a TV show called How to Get Away with Murder. Why would you do that? Why you're feeding to the minority of people. There's like very few, not many people out there, but they're crazy people out there that would be like, that's cool. Now I know how to kill somebody. Like that's not good. We're giving people too many suggestions that are not good. Got to be a better way of explaining things so that it's not, because you're not going to avoid it either. And I highly doubt somebody's going to try something like that. But like I said, you never know. Maybe someday some crazy mother effer is gonna. He's smart enough to be able to do that kind of thing, and then you just gave him an idea, not knowing that you gave him an idea. Because you're just like, this is a game, this is a story, cool, right? Unfortunately, we have people out there that, yeah, stories have become reality with them. Yeah. No, it would take a lot of resources for something like that to happen, but like I said, you never know. It's never impossible. That's why I like Tom Clancy's stories too, because it makes you wonder. It gives you that, like, okay, yeah, that could happen. I mean, Tom Clancy's not alive anymore, but his franchise is still going strong. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, but if you haven't seen that movie, there's a movie called Tom Clancy's No Remorse. Amazing movie.
Hi.
Oh, and just in case anybody else is new, so anybody that subscribes to me, I think I put it in my about. I might have to update my about, but I do play other games. I do mostly play this one, but you will see me playing hockey. You will see me playing Diablo. You might see me playing
Unplugged or
Dreadnought.
something?
That's probably a game that no one knows about, but it's a fun game. It's free to play if you're into that. And there's PvP in that one as well. It's different kind of PvP though. It's not like this. It's not even close to this. But yeah, and I play Smite sometimes. Like it just depends on what I feel like playing. But this is usually the game I go to for the most part. But I try to put it that out there as best as I can, saying, like, because I do get those people that will subscribe and then I'll be playing this game and then I'll decide, I want to play a different game. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, that person left. Okay. But that's why I say, like, that's why I made my channel the name I did, because I want to make sure that I'm not specifying a certain game. Because there is channels out there that will say, like their name Division 2. That's all they might do. That's the only game they'll ever play. But I think if you like, I do build videos and stuff like that in this, and I find that to keep myself able to do build videos, I've got to play other games so that my mind is not constantly in this game, if that makes sense. Anyways, this is the build that I've been using. Just give me 1 second. Seriously? Okay. Well, there's a good example of it right there.
I'm really impressed with how
Oh well. Anyways, your the true subscribers will not take off like that.
know.
But anyways,
Hey, Agent.
you'll always like that's what I'm saying. You have to weed out the true and the non-true, right? That's how it works. Unfortunately. So here's one of my things because you get notifications, right? So if somebody like if you're subscribed to somebody, because I have subscribers, like I've subscribed to channels as well, and if there's something that they're doing, it's usually gaming channels, obviously. But if there's a game that I don't want to see, then I just don't click on the video, right? I just do something else. Um, because I know that they're going to come back to that game, you know what I mean? And I mean, if you watch me every day, you know this.
Sorry.
But yeah, I can see, I can understand that. But for every one you lose, you'll probably gain about 5 more. Okay, I need to take this control point over. But I need to go back to the summit and get one more thing really quick. Hopefully it drops for me.
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
I try to tell people up front, like if you're gonna subscribe, just know that I might play other games. I'm gonna come back to this game, I always do. But just know I do play other games because I do play. I have a club in hockey that I play with pretty much every day, or I try to. So I have to sometimes. Oh no, why is that on normal? Why is that on normal? That was on legendary. Why did that reset? I'm gonna put it on heroic. Um, you got to be careful of which one is that. Ragers, this one right here. When you put this one on, you got to be careful because it gives them this one, even though you didn't activate this one. A lot of the times they will get special ammo, and I don't know why, but they do. So I stopped using Ragers because it was fun, but then I noticed that they were getting special ammo as well. So somehow these two were connected, even though I only activated this one was also activating at the same time. So I only use this one. It's hard to earn. I mean, I have done like most of these. I've ran most of these all at once, and I've had. I don't really see a difference as far as drops go. But I'm gonna put this on a heroic so I can go through it faster, and hopefully it drops what I want.
Rogue agent detected.
Thing that happens here as well. Um, I I run into rogue agents quite often when I come here. Almost every time I come here, and the very first floor is always rogue agents for me. Usually. Okay. Let's see if... I mean, this is a guaranteed drop if I kill them. Guaranteed loot. It all depends on the...
Rogue bombardier drone detected.
on the... He's hitting me with a shotgun from there, by the way. He keeps avoiding me because he knows.
Rogue fixer drone detected.
Gotta get rid of that fixer drone. Now he used his skill. I'm gonna go pick that up. Gotta watch out for their bombardier drones because they're quite nasty, actually. No, you're not healing, bitch.
Have a backup request.
There we go. Oh shit. Gotta watch that bombardier drone. He better not be healing. He is not getting a chance to heal.
They flanked me! Get rid of them! I'm doing what
I'm gonna fucking healing, I said. Oh shit. Stupid thing, come on. Do that. Healer drone.
I'll get that agent!
Okay, I can't let that healer drone heal him anymore. We're done healing. How's it feel to be? How's it feel for somebody to be on your ass? Doesn't like it too much, does he? Uh-oh. That's not good for you. Oh, and I refreshed it.
Don't make
Die.
Rogue agent eliminated.
So, again, gloves. Ugh. What was the other piece? Hopefully it's not a backpack again. Oh, it's a holster. I can deal with that. Ooh, there's a... Look at that. We're on heroic right now, and look what I just found. A god rolled piece. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how that works? Okay, what else did I grab? So I got a god rolled piece of gloves, which is nice, but
Agent requesting backup.
I'm not even on legendary. That happens a lot on heroic, by the way. It shouldn't, but it does. Oh, and I usually do have a camera, but right now it's off, so. Oh, and if you do have a PS5, let me know how the Pulse 3D headset is, because I bought one, and right now, I don't know. I don't know if it was worth it, because people are telling me that the sound is muffled and stuff, and I've tried to fix it, and I'm confused as to why it's still doing it, but I want a reason to keep it, but I'm having a hard time finding that reason, because it's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it was worth it. And right now I'm on a pair of Astros, and they're much better. But I don't know if there's something I have to fix, a setting I'm not doing right or something, but I've tried to give the Pulse 3D headset the benefit of the doubt, and it's not working out. So I'm hoping somebody else can shed some light on those, and maybe there's a fix for the sound being so muffled.
Hostiles incoming.
Kill him. See that? Got me pinned.
Maybe there'll be a piece in here, maybe. I doubt it. Okay, there's nothing here. Oh, there's a key. That's always a good thing. Now, I'm just going to check and see what this is. Perfect. I think they know I'm here. Oh yeah, they know I'm here. All right. So. And there's nothing in there. Just open the door for nothing. Fucking die slow.
Don't come any closer!
Hey, you little bitch, you came at the door.
Need a bag. Fast. Need to patch this shit up. On the move.
Instead of shooting her, I just point downwards and shoot the car. Night night. This is perfect. I needed those. Actually, now I have these 4 pieces. If I pick this one up, get rid of this. There, now I have the 4 pieces I want. Now I just have to acquire the materials.
Safe area detected.
Come over here, Agent. Take a look.
Let me see what I have for that, first of all. 170, so 2. Could do 2 of the 4 pieces. Almost leveled up again. What was this?
Remember to switch off and unplug all electronic devices that are not in use. Thank you for your cooperation.
What can I do for you?
Mad Bomber.
I'm happy to have made a deal.
So I need to put some shit away. Starting with this. Backpacks. Oh, I'm full. I gotta go through that later and start getting rid of some garbage.
What
I'm
can I
just
help you
curious
find?
about this.
Glad we got that settled.
I just want to see something. I'm curious. Jeez. I got an idea now. Okay. So for now, guys, I am going to just go do some stuff. But make sure you click on the next video, because I'm going to put an end screen on here so you'll be able to do that. Until then, I will be back later, guys. Thanks for watching.